Welcome aboard, ladies and gentlemen. A Monday edition of the Recap Show. We are live from Gary Swallow's Taekwondo Martial Arts Building here in Opelousas, Louisiana. What the heck are we doing here on a Monday night to bring you Week 9 edition of the Recap Show? Well, my friend had a very important tournament this weekend. I could have did it without you, but it just does not feel the same, my friend. We put it off in order to get it in tonight, because that's how much these recap shows means to me whenever I have you on side of me.
Oh man, and I love being here, and I just nothing more exciting than talking about high school football, man. That's all there is to it.
Gary, I mean, you come home yesterday, you get some rest, you see the Saints lose again, so it's like, okay, now let's go back to high school football.
Yeah, you're right. Well, we're not going to talk about the Saints, because boy, that's so disappointing.
Gary, a Week 9 that you heard a lot about. You did not get to see it, but you heard about it.
Yeah.
My friend, bad weather moved in across the state of Louisiana that did some justice, moved some games from Thursday to Friday, had some games, had to battle the elements on Friday night. Bad weather here late in the season, it could throw a wrench into every team. You've seen teams fall. You've seen teams struggle. You've seen a lot of things happen with the bad weather that moved in this past week.
You're right, I got a chance to watch, even though I was out of town for the tournament. I got a chance to watch, some of the games in between of my activities that I had to do. I did miss the field goal that we're going to talk about a little bit, but man, I tell you what, I did see some of that weather coming down, and y'all did a great job. So hats off to you guys for doing a great job with that bad weather.
Yeah, we gotta get there early, don't we?
Yes,
because you never know with Louisiana weather what to expect, and that second quarter over there at ERAF, my friend. Oh, good God Almighty! Did it storm?
Well, man, whenever I got a chance in between, I looked at it and I went, "There's nobody on the field." I said, look at the weather. And it was coming down. I was like, oh my God, man.
And then Thursday night, we drove through a storm to even get to Lake Charles. Luckily, we missed that bad weather. But, and guess what, Gary? We got some more coming here in Week 10.
Right. And I was looking at it because
storm on the way, don't
we? I had a function that I was going to probably be doing Saturday. But I looked at it and I said, it's going to be raining. They predicting rain all day Saturday. And I'm like, and then most of the day Friday. So I'm like, oh my God, this is going to be crazy.
Gary, you know what I'm starting to hate? I'm starting to hate bad weather with broadcast.
You're right. I won't lie to you. That's kind of crazy. It's
not the best feeling in the world, but you have to weather the storm.
Yes.
And we're going to have to do it one more time here in Week 10.
Yeah, and Mother Nature is she can be so nice and so pretty, but she can be very, very mean sometimes too. So it's just, we got to live with it, with whatever the good Lord wants to give to us, and we're going to do our best no matter what.
Absolutely. Gary, 14 teams stayed undefeated after Week 9. Crazy to think we have that many still left, but my friend, who will go perfect 14-0? That's what you start to look at down the road now that we're in crunch time. 14 teams stay undefeated. Very impressive.
Yeah. This is the hardest thing to do. Staying unbeaten is one of the hardest things to do in the regular season. But like you said, whenever you get to 14-0, that means you're getting ready to take that big step to a perfect season. Do you have what it takes to go 15-0 or whatever the case? 14-0, 15,
because of the buys.
Because of the buys, depending.
Gary, you look at it. Some of these teams have 8-0 records. Some of them have 9-0. That's only 5 or 6 games. 5 games away.
Right, exactly. We just started this season. It seemed like yesterday, and we're already in Week 10, man. Getting ready. We're going to do our recap for Week 9, but we're already at Week 10.
And can I break a little something to you?
What's that?
Gary, I put all the games in for Wednesday night's show, which is 2 days away, which is crazy.
Yeah.
I put all the games together. We're going to get them typed up, get them ready to go. But, Gary, Week 10 is absolutely loaded with district title games. With big-time marquee matchups. Gary, there's a lot on the line here in Week 10.
I can only imagine. I mean, there was a lot on the line here in Week 9. But Week 10 is going to be 10 times more exciting.
You got to amp it up a little bit in Week 10 because some of these games that we're going to talk about next week, when we get to the end of the show, you better bring your lunchbox because and it's going to be one of those type of weeks.
Well, I'm going to tell you, I'm excited about the teams we're going to cover. I'm actually trying to get off Thursday so I could be there Thursday and then and Friday also. But I mean, it's just I'm excited about this week's matchups all the way around. It's going to be something else.
Gary, last week, my friend, we had 2 walk-off field goals across the state of Louisiana.
Right.
Last week, the thriller over there that we got to cover with ERAF, walk-off field goal. Felipe will ever be a hero over there. He might not have to buy anything from the stores for the rest of his life.
Unbelievable.
And then St. Paul's walk-off field goal tally drilled as time expired to knock off undefeated Mandeville. A story of Week 9, my friend. A lot of blowouts. Some walk-off heroics and a lot of drama that we will talk about Wednesday night because a team might miss the playoffs that was favored to make it to the state championship.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that in a minute.
My goodness, Wednesday night. We've seen district title games in heroics. East Jefferson, my friend, they won the district title Thursday night over Riverdale. A 60-yard fumble recovery touchdown with 30 seconds left on the game clock.
Wow.
How do you go back and say, yeah, you remember 2024, that Thursday night, the scoop and score for a district title?
You know, in that situation, you know, anything like that, that's just going to bring that particular incident up to the level up here. It's just going to be something that, first of all, the school's never going to forget.
Yeah.
The person that did it's never going to forget. And, you know, the community is just going to just be on cloud 9 until, you know, it goes.
The East Jefferson head football coach, he's a New Roads native.
Correct.
So he's right here down the road from us.
Right.
So he did big things to turn that program around in a short period of time.
Yeah.
Gary, Brother Martin, they were once down 28-7. They came storming back and knocked off Warren Easton in a crazy finish, 3-point victory.
Right. Anytime you, first of all, anytime
you're never out of the game in the Catholic League.
That's what I was getting to say. But anytime you beat Warren Easton, you know, first of all, that's something to hold your head up on. You know, because I mean, that's no slouch right there.
28-7, they come storming back and beat them by 3, man.
Right.
That Catholic League is no joke.
Let me tell you something. You know, you can talk about different areas, but the Catholic League is good every year. They are just, and I hate to say this, they beat up on each other. So they, you know, you don't know which one's going to get the upper hand this year. You know, you look at, we talked about Carr. I mean, look at Edna Carr.
Rolling through everybody
right now. And
you got a big one, Week 10.
Oh, most definitely. I can't wait. We'll talk about that Wednesday. But, I mean, so you looking at all of that, everything going on, that league right there is so competitive.
Yeah.
You know, year after year after year. They might be the best area in the state, you know, bar none. And, you know, I can't take anything away from the Acadiana area or Lake Charles area or Baton Rouge area or even, you know, Shreveport, Monroe area.
Yeah.
You know, it's just so exciting to watch these guys play.
Yeah, we got a couple coaches that were celebrating some big-time milestones this past week. Coach Moy gets a big win over Rain. He celebrates career win number 50.
Really?
Congratulations, Coach Moy.
Coach Moy, great friend to the program. Congratulations. Always a pleasure and well-deserved to you, young man.
Yes, sir. Logan Sport head football coach, Coach McGee, also a friend to the program.
Oh, most definitely.
Celebrates win number 100 with a win over LaSalle last week.
That is
Congratulations,
great.
Coach McGee. A lot of coaches celebrating milestones this season.
Yeah.
We've talked about a few earlier this season.
Right.
even last week, but two friends to the platform, you got to recognize it.
Most definitely. And, you know, nothing but they've had the utmost respect for our show and by being a great friend to the program. And all we can do is say, congratulations, great job, well deserved to you two.
Airline 9-0, and also, if Airline is 9-0, what does that mean?
That means a lot.
That means Holly's Lock of the Week is also 9-0.
9-0, yeah.
Congratulations to Airline 9-0. You got to outscore them.
Man, let me tell you something. I read an article on them
Holly's
today,
Lock
and
of the Week hits again.
I could not believe what they're doing over there. It is unbelievable. And I'm going to tell you, that young man at quarterback over there, Jesus.
I'm at you. Got a couple district champions that we would like to recognize, Mr. Swallow.
Yes.
Franklinton, ranked number 1 right now in the state of Louisiana. They celebrate a district title. Catholic of Point Capee, ranked number 2 right now in the state of Louisiana. They celebrate a district title. Ascension Catholic, ranked in the top 4. I forget where they're at right now, but really good ball club. They celebrate a district championship. What else we have here? Franklin Parish celebrates a district title with a 33-6 win over Wasserman. But get this, Gary. It's the first district title in school history.
Really? I didn't realize that.
Yes.
Man.
Same here.
That is amazing, you know.
As good as that team has been to win their very first one.
Yeah, they've been really contenders for a while, but I didn't realize that they've never won a district championship. But that's a tough district up there.
And this year, this Franklin Parish team, they're playing quality football.
Oh, God, yes. They've been on the radar for a while with us. Yes, they most definitely have.
What else? We got anything else, Gary? Let's talk about those 2 games from Thursday and Friday real quick.
Yeah, let's do that.
Thursday night, Grand Lake and Elton played, and you didn't get to see it, but I'm going to tell you how it went. The quarterback from Grand Lake, Mr. Guillory?
Yes.
Monster night on the stat sheet, my friend. He won Player of the Game honors, and his team had quite 2.5 quarters.
Wow.
When I talk to you about 2.5 quarters, I'll tell you why. Second half, completely dominated the football game. And then in the final 18 seconds, a 14-point swing going into halftime.
Oh, really? Wow.
And they got the ball to come out of halftime. 21 points, just like that.
Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But hey, that's why you play the game, man.
So they went down and scored. Then they forced a 3-and-out with Elton, and Elton fakes a punt inside their own territory with 18 seconds left. It gave Grand Lake great field position with 18 seconds left. 2 plays later, they throw a long touchdown pass, and just like that 14-point swing, they come out of halftime with the ball, march it right down the field. That's 21 points right there.
Wow.
And the rest was history. Guillory.
Yeah.
The stat sheet was incredible.
That's amazing. I did hear that that it was a good game, and like you said, I did hear that there was a stretch in there where it was just basically that flipped the game.
Yeah.
And
flipped it on its head.
You know, all you can say is congratulations, well deserved.
And met Coach Wainwright for the very first time. It was an honor to meet him that night. Interviewed the head football coach and heard great things, and it was great to finally meet him in person.
Right, yeah. And I'm jealous because I wish I could have been able to do that, but unfortunately, work calls.
Yeah. So good luck to Coach Wainwright and Grand Lake moving forward. They're battling for postseason football at home. They got a shot. They're right on the verge right now, but they get a big win in Week 10. I think you can see Grand Lake playing first-round football back at home.
Oh, yeah. I would say that. I mean, I think they've got what it takes. Can everything fall right for them?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Gary, Friday night, my man, it's stuff that we dream of when it comes to this platform, to even have opportunities of a lifetime to cover a top 10 matchup this late into the season, man. It was everything I thought it was going to be.
Right.
Kaplan and ERAF, how good was that football game? Number 2 versus number 8, the game lived up to the hype.
Well, I got a chance Friday to watch that game, some of it, but I missed the end because I don't know how it fell to where I just didn't get a chance. Whenever I went back, the game was over. As a matter of fact, y'all had just done a presentation and everything like that, and y'all had just signed off. So I went, okay, well, and then you called me and told me you didn't see it, you didn't see what happened, and I was like, oh my God. Then I went back and watched it. Yeah, unbelievable.
Unbelievable night. When I tell you we were in awe with what we saw for 4 quarters of football, my man. It was one of those type of deals where you'll never forget the night that you were in ERAF.
Right, correct.
That's how I can proclaim that night. You
Mhm.
will never forget the night that you were in the ERAF
Right.
and you were on the Under the Lights staff that night.
Right. And like I said, I saw what y'all went through and everything like that.
Ooh, mine too.
Man, and like I said, I got, to the facility and everything. We did what we had to do. Then I kept on checking back and going back and forth. And man, like I said, it was a good ball game all the way through. And then, like I said, I didn't even see the comeback, the tie, and I didn't see the drive. So it was like, man, until I actually went back and watched it.
When you have free time, or you
Yeah,
already did?
I did. I went
Okay.
back and
I
watched
was about
it.
to say, you damn better well go get in that office and watch that game.
I won't lie to you. Whenever I'm here by myself and I finish all my stuff right now, a lot of times I'm on Under the Lights just going through the archives and watching ball games.
Gary, let me tell you, man, a team that you thought to yourself now sits at the number 1 ranked team in the state of Louisiana,
Right.
in ERAF.
Oh, yeah.
They have won 7 ball games this year, okay?
Yeah.
6 of those 7 have come by 1 score or less. Well, I mean, by one score.
Right. And you know
Gary,
what?
they finding ways to win.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. They've come a long way, and they've been, man, they're a team to reckon with this year.
Listen to this. If they have found a way to win close ones in the regular season, who wants to play that team in the playoffs right now, knowing they've been in the deep waters already?
Yeah, you're right. Man, like I said, I went back and watched it, and I'm gonna tell you right now, that was probably when we've seen some exciting games this year.
Mm-hmm.
That was one of the most exciting games that we've seen, this year.
Gary,
It's going to be in the. I have a feeling it might be in the top 10. What do you think?
Gary, it's sitting at 34,000 views right now and climbing.
Yeah.
Right now, the record's at 38.
Yeah.
You never know what could happen.
Well, I mean,
I was very impressed, real quick, with ERAF's front 7
Mm-hmm.
and their physicality to match what we expected from Kaplan.
Right.
We thought Kaplan was the physical ball club. Well, ERAF came and matched it.
Yeah.
And their front 7 on defense played an insane night.
Well, I saw, and we talk about it all the time, the battle of the trenches.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to probably win the game. That's going to control the game most definitely. But the battle of the trenches usually, the winner of that usually comes out on top. And that's basically what you got there. That ball game was so tight. I mean, if it wouldn't be for that game-winning drive, and the field goal, man, it's
Let me tell
just.
you, my man, when Kaplan came down and scored that touchdown and got that 2-point conversion,
Yeah.
my goodness, you said to yourself, this is overtime written all over it. But you gave ERAF 40 seconds.
Right.
You gave ERAF 3 timeouts.
Mm-hmm.
And you gave ERAF a talented, and I mean talented quarterback where he's comfortable in that situation to go down the field and give Felipe a shot.
Right. And you get that kicker, I'm going to tell you right now.
Ice.
Like you said, ice in his veins. When I watched it.
I couldn't have made the kick.
When I watched it, I heard about it and everything like that. When I went back and watched it, I was like, I had chills, I said, man, I had the fleece arms all up on my arms for that young man. It just couldn't believe how calm, cool, and collected he was. So, congratulations to Felipe. Most definitely.
Postseason football will run through ERAF. The road to the Dome will run through ERAF as long as they take care of business
Right.
this coming week for senior night and
Right.
looking to lock up the district championship. Kaplan, hey, that's a good ball club. That battle for 4 quarters. We could very well see this rematch here in the playoffs.
Most definitely. And like I said, Kaplan, hey, don't underestimate Kaplan. You know,
they'll be right back.
You know,
It's
especially
a bad week to play Kaplan.
right. Especially, you know, right now the weather conditions kind of neutralize both teams. I think, and as far as explosiveness and everything like that. But I'm gonna tell you right now, if these two play on a dry field, we don't know what's gonna happen. You know, it might be reverse, or it might be another slugfest in the trenches, which I would probably put money on.
a lot of cuts could have went a long ways, but the field conditions for sure. But it was dry whenever the quarterback drove him down the field to go set him up for the game winner.
Yeah, you're right.
No rain at that point,
right.
my friend. Gary, we will talk about, that was incredible. I can't wait to get back down to ERAF again, but we will talk about games of the night, upsets, statement wins, helmet stickers, a preview of Week 10, and we will also give you a look back at some of these scores. I'm sure everyone knows about the scores by now, but we're going to talk about it anyway.
Yeah.
Question in the chat, what games are y'all covering this week? So we did make the announcement yesterday.
Right.
We will have 7-2 Westminster of Opelousas battling 8-1 St. Ed's Blue Jays at Blue Jay Field Thursday night. Gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that. Hopefully, I'm trying my best to get my school and everything covered to where I can get out there and actually watch it. We've been talking about that all year. This matchup, thinking that it was going to be a big game, and I think it's going to be a big game.
Two teams trying to lock up home field in round 1, so a lot is on the line.
Right.
And we can't wait to get on down there and see that one in full display.
Most definitely.
And then Friday, my friend, it will be 6-3A district title on the line. It is the 8-1 Iota Bulldogs and the 7-2 Northwest Raiders. Peyton Renfro takes his guys into hostile territory. Kevon Johnson and the Raiders on senior night await them.
That's going to be a very high energy ball game, my friend.
Two good coaches going at it. Coach O'Quinn, Coach Edwards. Yes. Are you itching to get to Friday?
I'm ready. I won't lie to you. I'm ready for Thursday and Friday. I want both of them so bad. I can taste it, man.
Man, Week 10, and I haven't even gave you some of these games.
I know.
That was your.
Oh yeah.
There, let's talk a little football here, my friend.
Sir.
So Westminster did knock off North Central 63-0. That did set up the big matchup in Week 10, so no problems there. Crusaders, they're playing red hot football, and when the Blue Jays and Crusaders clash on Thursday night, my friend, 48 minutes of a lot of fun.
Right. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, man. Westminster is gonna bring it. And I can't wait to see the Blue Jays in Westminster because Westminster been playing some good ball.
Yeah, my man. They're 7-2 right now. They're in the host site right now for the first round of playoffs. They can lock it in come Thursday night. Gary Vinton, they got a win of 41-0 over East Bow to get their 6th win of the season. And now Vinton, with their talented running back, set up a big-time district championship game at home. The Quincy Tigers come knocking on the doorsteps, and that's going to be for the Big Cat Classic and also the district title. You're playing for 2 trophies Friday night, my man. They can't get any better than that.
No, you're right. I mean, and Vinton, what a turnaround from last year. I mean, I'm just amazed by that. I'm so excited for them. What a way to come together. But like you said, you got 2 good ball clubs that are going to be going at it. And, both ball clubs really turned around from last year.
And Vinton 6-3 at home with 2 trophies on the line. Senior night, they're not going to back down to 8-1 to Quincy.
Not at all. They're going to do well.
It's going to be a lot of fun. Helmuth Christian pretty much locks up the district with a rout victory over Maryville, 47-14. They moved to 8-1 on the year. Hamilton Christian, nobody's talking about them. It's about time we need to start.
You're right.
They're 8-1 for a reason.
Hamilton Christian they've been a quiet team. You know, we hadn't really been talking about them much, but golly, Jesus, 8-1?
8-1, and most likely they got a shot to go into the playoffs, either 8-2 or 9-1.
Yeah.
What a turnaround!
Yeah, that's big turnaround for them. Congratulations.
They're going to be playing home playoff football.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes, most definitely.
Their opponent next week is the Bearcats of Basile. 26-0 victory over Oberlin. So they get a little payback from a year ago, my friend. Remember how that one ended?
Yeah, I do remember that.
Oberlin stunned Basile at home. Well, Basile gets a little revenge this year. Iowa Yellow Jackets moved to 8-1 on the year over Lagrange, 36-0 Iowa, my man. They got another one next week, but I got a good feeling Iowa will go into the playoffs 9-1.
Oh, I can't say that there's no doubt, because there's always a doubt, because you have to play the game,
Man,
especially with the weather they're predicted to have.
Yeah, but they got 4 talented running backs.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You go in for a couple plays, and then you go in for a couple plays, and just keep rotating and everything.
Gary, think about this, man. There's a lot of places that we're trying to get to in the playoffs, and there's only 4 weeks.
I know. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. And
we better have some Thursday options in round 1.
Right. Hopefully we'll have some Thursday options, because normally they don't. After the first round, everything's Fridays.
The referee shortage could see postseason football Thursday, Friday, Saturday in the round 1. Fingers crossed. We'll keep them crossed, double crossed.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of places we're trying to get to.
Yes.
In the playoffs.
You're right.
What else we had, my friend? Northwest, no problems on the road with Crowley, 49-0. They set up the district title game at home this week. They're 7-2 right now. They're trying to lock up that first round playoff game at Raiders Stadium.
You're right.
How sweet would it be? How sweet would it be to win the district title on senior night and know you're coming right back the following week to play first round at home?
That would be awesome. And Northwest really has a lot going for it, and I mean, they just really are starting to peak at the right time, and that's exciting. I'm excited for them. I know Alex is on cloud 9, hey, I think they're peaking at the right time, so they have a good run in them, I think.
2 7-1 ball clubs, Ascension Episcopal and Westminster of Lafayette. Coach Gable has done a tremendous job out the gate, my man. But Ascension Episcopal, right now, they're just a little step above them right now. Where Westminster of Lafayette wants to be in the near future. This game was moved from Thursday night to Friday night because of the bad weather. Ascension Episcopal moves to 8-1 on the year with a 45-0 victory. Their only loss this year, not a bad loss, just to the number 1 team in the state of Louisiana, Vermilion Catholic.
Right.
So we'll see how far the Blue Gators can go in the playoffs.
Yeah, I think Ascension Episcopal's destined this year. They've been so close, a few times, but I think this year they're hitting on all cylinders. Especially, the fact that they only lost to Screaming Eagles.
And they got a shot to see them again.
Yeah, they may well see them again.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll be in the dome, depending on how it works.
They got some heavy hitters, Gary, in that bracket. What else we had? The big upset Thursday night was Madison Prep knocking off University Lab 14-6 to win the district championship. So congratulations to Prep district champions. And what a story that came out today with University Lab having to forfeit all of their victories this season, and now they're in a situation where their backs are against the wall. And Gary, if they win on Friday, it's going to be close, but I'm not sure if they still get in.
the situation is just so sad
It goes
because
from 2 to 27 in the rankings.
yeah, that's just so sad with the situation. And like I said, I'm not going to harp on it or anything like that. You have to read up on it if you want, but man, that's sad. You going from possible state championship run, to not even making the playoffs. So I feel bad for those guys.
Yeah, but you got to follow the rules.
Correct. Yes, you definitely do.
Gary, what else we had? St. Ed's moves to 8-1. Like we talked about Westminster, they set up a big time showdown week 10 with a 61-0 rout of Bolton. St. Ed's sets a single season points record with 448, record previously held back in 2011. So congratulations to the Blue Jays.
Yeah, most definitely.
With a
Most
record
definitely.
breaker night. The Quincy Rose Pine 49-6. Rose Pine lets go of their head football coach this past week.
Right.
The Quincy 8-1, trying to get back into the top 4. They actually fell out of the top 4 after this game because of the strength of schedule here.
Right. Yeah.
So a win over Vinton could bring them right back into the top 4, but a long ways from there.
You're right. You're
That's
right.
going to be a good showdown. Como falls to 0-9 with a loss to Lake Charles College Prep 47-9. Talk about a team that's peaking.
Yes, you're
It's
right. Prep. We talked about Prep, all year, whether they were going to start turning everything around, but they were playing some quality opponents. And, man, they are starting to put everything together. Look out for the Prep.
Remember, Prep went upset somebody last year in the playoffs.
Mhm.
Well, they very well are on their way to do it again.
Correct. Hey, man, I wouldn't want to play them right now.
Yeah.
I really wouldn't.
What else we got? Vermilion Catholic Screaming Eagles. They
Roll,
rang the
baby,
bell
roll.
56 times. They rolled over Gaydon. Bunky beat Valdeia 54-6 and moved to 9-0
Mhm.
in the regular season. And they got the Catskin game next week with Marksville. Good rivalry football next week.
Yeah, most definitely.
Kinder moves to 7-2 and jump up to 5 in the rankings after a 50-6 victory over the Red Devils. Opelousas Catholic, healthy,
Mm-hmm.
got the quarterback back, and it's at the right time, my friend.
Oh, yeah, they really put it on.
Yes, they get a 48-6 victory, but most importantly, they're getting healthy at the right time.
Right. They
That's
are.
the most important part, and they set up a big showdown over there at NRG this coming week with Catholic upon compete.
That's an important game, all the way around for that district. Important
Catholic,
game.
yeah, we'll see. Because right now I think Opelousas Catholic sits at 16, so they're on the verge from postseason football
Correct.
at their field in the first round. So how much they would jump up with a victory,
Oh, yeah.
and not much movement with a loss,
I-
but they still
No.
want to play
they want to
that
play at
home game at
yeah.
Donna Gordon.
Yeah, most definitely.
Those guys are healthy. They got a lot on the line next
Yeah.
Friday or this Friday.
Yeah. But once again, it's hard to play over there. Are they playing over here or are they
It's
playing
going to be in New Roads.
in New Road? That's a tough place to play, buddy. Yeah, but OC seems to have the magic because they've actually went out there and done it before.
They've been getting wins
Yes.
over Catholic these last couple of years for
Yeah.
sure. But that's going to be a great matchup for
Oh.
sure. I see Mr. Underwood's here. I see Mr. Braden Wilson is here. Good to see you guys. Thank y'all for the loyal support over the years. What else we got? Cecilia got back in the win column with a shutout victory over Livonia, 44-0. Cecilia is sitting outside of the top 16 right now, so
They're
they're
maybe
probably
traveling.
going to be traveling. And who wants to see them in the first round?
Oh, I wouldn't want it. Diesel, Diesel will be bringing it, and you better watch out because he's
Very.
going to be playing.
You say to yourself, yeah, we got a home playoff game, probably one of the easier games, and then on that dotted line it says Cecilia, and it's like, whoop,
Yeah.
that ain't no
That
easy game.
is not an easy.
We got to welcome in that fan base, that football team in the first round. That's going to be a scary outing for whoever draws them.
You're right. You're right.
Opelousas knocks off Brobridge 40-0. Congratulations to the district champions, Opelousas Tigers. So
Yeah.
they get the district title this year after a win over Brobridge. And it is homecoming week for Opelousas this week. So the celebrations and the festivities have begun.
Right.
It's
Oh,
Monday,
most
so
definitely.
it's begun. St. James in a closer battle than we expected here, knocking off
Yeah.
Patterson 14-0 on the road. But this one
Yeah.
probably had something to do with bad weather. If the score was where it was,
Yeah, you're right.
it could have had a lot of bad weather that rolled through Patterson to make this a 14-0 game. I don't see Troy in the chat. It was a monsoon, so that's the reason why this one is a 14-0.
Yeah.
But St. James still 6-2. They grew up this season.
Oh yeah, most
A
definitely.
lot of young guys
Yes.
grew up, and they're ranked right behind ERAF, and there won't be no easy outing if whoever has to travel to that stadium.
Let me tell you something. Don't underestimate them. That's a good football team right there.
DeRitter rolls past Washington Marion 42-22. DeRitter, they got a big one
Yeah.
Thursday night with Iowa. If they could somehow knock off Iowa, it sets up a split, like maybe a three-way or just a straight-up split, but tough task.
Yeah, that is a tough task right there.
Tough task. Iowa has been rolling.
Yes.
You know what else has been rolling? The Jennings Bulldogs.
Yep.
And they rolled past St. Louis 56-3. Bulldogs are red hot right now, and they got a big one on Friday night.
Hmm. Yeah, they do. It's gonna be interesting. That's all I can say.
Jennings Westlake, how much fun would that be?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
Mr. Bork's in the chat. Thanks for coming to ERAF. I'm number 6, Aiden Bork's dad. He had some great runs.
Most
Had
definitely.
some great runs for sure, and he even played a little defense also, my friend.
Oh, really?
Making some big time plays. So we called Aiden Bork's name quite a few times on Friday night.
Well, welcome to the chat. Thank y'all for allowing us to go out there.
Man, what an environment it was, and what a football team ERAF has.
Yes. Like I said, I watched it. I didn't get a chance to make the trip, but I watched it, and I tell you what, I'm impressed.
What else we have here, my friend? Ville Platte gets a big time win over Pine Prairie. They rolled in that game, get their second win of the season. St. Martinville in a dogfight with Abbeville, 21-8 to their second win of the season. Iota, probably the same situation here. Battled some bad weather and then rolled towards the end. 29-0 over Mamu to their 8th win of the season. A lot of teams throughout the state play through some bad weather.
Most definitely.
Leesville, I heard Ford had 5 touchdowns on the night. Over 300 yards rushing over Eunice. 42-15. Leesville moves to 7-2 on the year. Have not played anybody in the caliber of Iowa since, but
and he's kept rolling.
they got some teams in the playoffs where I'm very intrigued to see how far the Wampus Cats go.
Yeah, I'm excited to see that myself. And you know, like I said, it all revolves around him. If he can get going,
Watch out.
look out, man. I think it's gonna be exciting.
North Vermilion gets their 3rd win of the season and number 50 for Coach Moy.
Yeah.
24-20 and possibly enough to make it into the playoffs.
Yeah,
So-
I'd be excited for Coach Moore to make it.
I
You
think
know, in
they're
the
in.
playoffs. Look out, man.
I think they're in, Gary.
I'm excited for him.
We'll go check in the power rankings, but I think with that win this past week, they're comfortably in. But we'll check on them.
Mhm.
Covenant Christian moves to 9-0 with a 49-16 win on the road over Centerville. Covenant Christian, they're playing your hand here, Gary,
Yeah.
where you say quiet.
Yeah, they're
9-0.
quiet. When you're 9-0, you're good. And you know, for people not to talk about you very much, man, look out! It's gonna be crazy.
What else else we have
Yes,
here? What were we looking for? North Vermilion?
North Vermilion's power rankings.
They're at 23.
23, yeah.
Would have to fall 6 spots. I think they're in.
Yeah, they got a good shot.
Covenant Christian is ranked 4th right now, and they're ranking. So you better get to learning this programming and get your homework on them.
You know,
because they very well will be moving to 10-0
Right.
if you're not careful.
you know, and I wasn't familiar with Covenant until earlier this year, and you know, I was like, oh, well, let me look into them, and they're a good ball club.
Well, we'll be talking about them Wednesday night. You know
Yes.
why? Because they're playing for the district title against Central Catholic.
Oh yeah, that's gonna be a shootout.
Central
there.
Catholic just knocked off Generette this past week.
Yes, they sure did.
My friend, how good is Covenant Christian? Answers will be.
Yeah, that's
Fine.
gonna determine it right there. That
We'll
game.
find out this coming Friday.
Yes.
Catholic New Iberia, we know how good those guys are. 51-0 over West St. Mary. Since the week 1 loss, they have reeled off 8 in a row. What is this? Jennings all over again? We have to do a segment on Wednesday night to say teams that lost week 1. Who's the hotter team?
I'll be honest with you.
Jennings, Catholic New Iberia. Is there somebody else that's 7-1 right now that lost the week 1? But it's like
But you remember they lost in a monsoon too.
mud
They
pit.
lost in a mud pit that right down the road. And you know, ever since then, oh my God,
They're
they've been
home
on
field.
fire.
Yeah, they lost to a good Vermilion Catholic team, though.
Right.
But
Yeah, they, you know, it's true, but I mean, still,
yeah,
it was sloppy.
Yeah. we'll have to do a segment. I'm gonna have to write that down.
Yeah.
Who is the
The hottest team that lost their first game.
Jennings lost to Iowa.
Yeah,
I was there.
I know. He sure was.
I was there. I had a lot of fun that night. First trip to Sam Houston. What else we got, my friend?
Let's see.
Central Catholic sets up a district title game after a 28-8 victory over Generette. Not many people saw that one coming,
No, I didn't. I sure didn't.
and especially the score.
Yeah,
But that means Generette has lost 2 in a row. What is going on right now?
I don't know.
Bryson told me injuries,
Yeah.
but we don't know for sure. But that could be the case. But 2 in a row, oof, Central Catholic gets their 5th win of the season.
Right. You're right. I agree.
Church Point, no problems on the road with Holy Savior Menard, 34-7. Church Point's ranked in the top 10 right
Yeah.
now,
Well,
trying to secure their spot in the
Yeah.
first round of the playoffs. What else we got? Avoyles knocks off Oakdale 32-20. That offense does it again.
You know, that's one of the most
Unique?
unique, yeah, I guess you say unique offenses and they keep running it and they run it to where it's just like a well-oiled machine. It just keeps going and going. And you know, all I can say is that congratulations to Avoyles, because I thought Oakdale was going to really give them a hard time, and it wasn't meant to be, I guess.
You know what else?
What?
They have a district title game this week at their home field for senior night. Guess who they're welcoming in?
Who's that?
The same team that they knocked off a year ago in the first round of the playoffs on the road. Kinder.
Kinder, really?
You think this is bad blood brewing?
That's going to be an exciting knockdown, drag-out fight.
My goodness.
Golly, geez.
Can you imagine Friday night over there at Avoyles whenever these two clash? They just met back in round 1 last year.
Right.
Now they're going to play for a district title in week 10.
Mm-hmm.
You can't write a better script.
Yeah, you're right. Look out.
Gonna be
I
some
want to be a
fun.
birdie on the wire watching them.
Gonna be some
With-
fun.
with-
I believe we can put up who that's stream and watch it from the broadcast booth on Friday.
With a little bit of umbrella on my head while watching.
Lowerville knocks off Franklin 34-14. Lowerville gets their 3rd win of the season. Time to kick it into gear if you're the Tigers.
You're right.
Barb Sulphur robbery here. 28-13. Bucks knock off their rival in Sulphur. Welsh Lake Arthur, another rivalry game here. Welsh rolls at home to their 5th win of the season with a 31-10 victory over Lake Arthur. Greyhounds is a complete team.
You're right, they are.
Gary, they lose the leader at the quarterback.
That's what I'm saying.
But they're playing great football.
Right. You know, you lose your general, the backbone of your team as far as your quarterback, your field general, and it's like they've gotten better.
I wouldn't say better,
but
I would say
motivated.
They got motivated to play for him.
Right. And I don't mean that in any disrespect, but I mean it's like they're coming together to support this guy, and they're doing it for their teammates. So that's a great victory for them.
Yeah, they pushed the team to the limit. What was it? Who was it? Lafayette Renaissance of Notre Dame.
Right.
They pushed to the limits.
Mm-hmm.
And then this week, they go past and get a big time win over Lake Arthur. Greyhounds are going to be a scary out in the playoffs for whoever they draw in Division 4.
You're right.
What else we got? Catholic of Poincaré wraps up a district title with a 31-12 road victory over the Trojans of Sacred Heart. Congratulations to Coach Carruth and his ball club. Lafayette knocks off Nish 42-34. Good ball game here, Gary.
Yeah.
To get their 4th win of the season. Lafayette's trying to go bowling. They're trying to go and get into the playoffs. What else we got? No, we're looking at Lafayette. Are they in?
Oh, I think Lafayette would probably. They're going to be close, but I think they got a shot.
Nope, they're right on the outs.
Right under the cut.
They're right on the outs, my friend. 26 in the rankings. Lafayette still got some work to do this week.
Yes, you're right.
Okay, so it was Lafayette Renaissance that was the thriller of a game with Welsh.
Yeah.
They got Notre Dame this coming Thursday. Oof. That's
going to be tough.
What else we got? Westgate with a 42-28 victory over Northside. They have moved to 6-2 ever since they lost the big injury, Gary. A lot of young guys have stepped up, and Gary, they're 6-2.
Yeah, they are, and I'm gonna tell you right now, they're a team that you kind of want to be watching because they might
not
be
too bad losses either this year. STM and Turtles.
I think so.
So I mean, it's not like they lost to anybody that was bad on the schedule because of the injury.
Correct.
That's 2 quality losses, and those young guys have stepped up in a big way.
Right.
This one I did not see coming here. Buckeye knocks off Marksville 30-8. Prayers are with the quarterback from Marksville. We hope to see him on the football field very soon.
Right.
Denham Springs knocks off Walker 21-14. This is rivalry football, isn't it?
Oh yes, most definitely. They're not far from each other. They are. They've been playing each other for years, and I didn't see this coming because Walker's been playing some good ball, but so has Denham Springs. But like I said, when you have 2 rivalries that play, there's no telling what's going to happen.
Hash It Out Show had a thriller on Saturday, Gary. John F. Kennedy knocked off De La Salle 22-14. A great call by those guys there. And John F. Kennedy, ever since the forfeits, they have rolled right back into the picture here. Southside knocks off Karen Crow 44-21. Southside Sharks, they're going to be a tough out for anybody in that Division I non-select bracket.
You're right. You're 100% right.
What else we got, my friend? New Iberia, not New Iberia, my friend. Where we at? Right here? St. Aug and Holy Cross. St. Aug gets their win 18-13. Some good Catholic League football going at it this past week.
You're right. This, I won't lie to you, this pick was a toss-up for me because St. Aug is always good. Holy Cross is always good, too, especially against each other. Any time in that Catholic League, they can beat each other at any time.
They beat up on each other in the Catholic League, and 2 more teams beating up on each other. Brother Martin knocks off Warren Easton 45-42. This was once a 28-7 ball game. Warren Easton, they did not close the door. They
Nope.
left the door open.
Right.
And what do really good coach ball clubs do? They find ways to win.
You're right. They sure do. Amazing. But like you said, this league right here, they beat up on each other, and they're good. That was, but Warren Easton had the opportunity, but they couldn't put them away.
Yeah. This point of the season, you gotta
do
close the
that.
door.
You gotta close the door.
Notre Dame, Lafayette Renaissance. It was a battle for the district title.
Yeah.
And the Pios win it in a shootout. This was, I think, a 34-34 game at one point
Right.
before the Pios pulled away for 2 scores. 48-34, Pios knock off Lafayette Renaissance. If Lafayette Renaissance is doing this in year 1, knocking off good teams and pushing other good teams to the wire, can you imagine what's in store for years to come?
Next year is going to be a wow.
Could
2
you
years from
imagine?
now, I think it's going to be like, oh my God.
Could you
Yes.
imagine? Great ball game. Congratulations to the Notre Dame Pioneers, your District 6-2A champions.
Yes, very good.
Westlake knocked off South Bow 41-20. They get back on track this week.
You're right.
You had a feeling they're too well coached to not get things back in order. They were
Right.
losing. They lost 2 games this year by 1 point. So they lost 2 games this year by 1 point, and LCCP really put it on them 2 weeks ago. But you had a feeling they would respond.
Oh yeah, they were going to come back. You know, they were just like, I guess it was more like a wake up call to that last game, and so look out.
And what can a win like this do for that program, knowing you get senior night and you get a district championship game with a red hot Jennings Bulldogs coming into town?
You're right. You're 100% right.
Yeah, you need to take that?
No.
Okay. What else we got? Alexandria, no speed bumps here in week 9. They did not look ahead, my friend. All they did was show the state of Louisiana how good of a football team they actually are.
Let me go take that.
Go ahead. Gary, all they did was show the state of Louisiana how good of a football team they are. When you say trap games are real, but there was no trap game here. They did not look ahead to week 10. We all know about the showdown that looms this week with Neville. But congratulations, Alexandria. 9-0 start, 55. We're going to step out, take a call. I'm going to finish up some of these scores here, ladies and gentlemen. Acadiana knocks off Sam Houston 50-7. Reckon Rams have rolled. We can also throw Acadiana into that discussion Wednesday night when we talk about those teams that lost week 1 and have reeled off 8 in a row. Who's the hottest team right now? It's going to be a great topic for our Wednesday night show. But congratulations, Reckon Rams. Red hot. Who wants to play Acadiana right now? They might lock up a first-round bye. North Dakota, they're starting to peak at the right time. 49-13 winners on the road over Loyal Prep. North Dakota coming off of a semifinals appearance a year ago. They're getting ready to make another run at this sucker. 2 years ago, they were in the Dome. Last year, they were in the semis. What's in store this year for North DeSoto? Evangel and Peyton Houston knock off LCA in a shootout, 56-42. I got to talk to Hayden. I asked him, how good is Peyton Houston, Gary? He said he is the best quarterback he's seen this year in the state of Louisiana. So Peyton Houston, the LSU commit or LSU guy that got an offer from there.
From LSU, yes.
Says the best quarterback he's seen this year in the state of Louisiana, and he has not got eyes on Ben Taylor yet.
Wow. That's awesome. You know, I can't wait to see how this goes. Sorry I had to step off, guys, but I have to take care of something. Man, I was reading an article on him. I just can't believe what he's doing. He is a
He just
talented young
You
man.
just got to find some defense over there at Evangel Mountain.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
But if they could put it together, maybe the back half of this year or even next year, if they can put it together, because he's only a sophomore.
Correct.
They can put it together in all three phases. Watch out for Evangel, but it's going to be a while because
Yes.
you got some heavy hitters in that district, in that 5A district. Evangel won't win district this year and probably won't win a state title, but they got a talented quarterback and they got a talented group coming up in the next few years.
That young man is destined to be great, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen with him.
Archbishop Shaw with the battle with Belle Chase, no problems, 54-7 victory. Shaw, new favorite in Division II Select, right?
Oh, most definitely.
With ULAB out the picture right now as we go into Week 10, it's a heavy favorite for Archbishop Shaw. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, most definitely. Yes, sir. I agree. Shaw has been on our radar for a while. We've been watching them for a bit, and you know what? I'd be scared to play them.
Yeah, you start to look at potential teams that could give them a run. You got E.D. White, John F. Kennedy, and then the list shrinks after that.
You're right.
University Lab ruling 9 a.m. Wednesday for the appeal. So a big time appeal awaits 9 a.m. Wednesday. Gary, we will come into the show Wednesday night.
We'll have an idea.
With most likely an answer.
Yeah. I mean, that's
going to be a big decision day.
Yeah, that's big for positioning. I mean, if you take them out, they got a lot of people that's going to be moving up,
Can they
man.
sneak in with a win? It's going to be hard. The PowerPoints right now aren't in their favor. They're sitting at 27. Top 24 get in.
Right.
It's going to be close, but I don't even know if they can get in with a Week 10 win.
Who are they playing Week 10?
Oh, man. Gary.
They would have to be playing probably...
now in front of them, they got Tara, Bel Air, and McKinley. They would have to leapfrog.
Right. Wow. Unless they're playing one of the top 3 schools, 3 or 4 schools in the state. Oh man. See, actually, Jordy, they can't get in no matter what. They play Port Allen.
Port Allen with 4 wins on the season for Port Allen. Will the teams in front of them? I don't know, Gary. Right now they're sitting at, what's their PowerPoints? They're sitting at 6.8, and they got to get to 7.4 to leapfrog them 2, and they got to get to 8 to leapfrog McKinley.
Right.
That ain't looking good.
No. If this ruling goes against them, they're not going to be in it. Now, if it goes for them, they'll move back where they were. But I mean,
it takes
it's
big time ruling awaits on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll see.
We had a district title game between Plaquemine and Estruma. We weren't too familiar with Estruma, so a lot of us went home team here.
Right.
But Plaquemine is 8-1 now, and you can call them the 6th 4A district champions. Should we get Plaquemine on our radar like yesterday? 8-1, ranked in the top 4. Where have we been not paying attention to Plaquemine this year?
I don't know. I mean,
what should we know about Plaquemine, Braden?
Yeah, Braden, what do we need to know about Plaquemine?
Come Wednesday night, we will do our homework, because you can't ignore 8-1.
No.
You can't ignore our district champion here.
You're right. So, I think, between Estruma and Plaquemine, I didn't know because we don't really cover them. But man, they're proving us to where, hey, we're here. Y'all got to look at us.
What else we got? We had another district title game.
Right.
In 1-4A. Northwood Shreveport knocks off Minden 21-17. Northwood Shreveport was 7-1. Minden was 7-1. So you had two 7-1s trying to get their 8th win of the season, and they were battling for the district title. And what a thriller! These two teams went at it. And after the final buzzer, Northwood Shreveport crowned District 148 champions. Congratulations.
Yeah. Ooh, this other one was pretty good.
Gary, another district title game between 7-1 Episcopal and 8-0 Dunham. It was for the 8-2-8 district title. And Gary, I saw pictures from this game.
Right, really?
I saw pictures from this game, and it was a mud fest that they had to play in. And Dunham, red hot offense, held to 18 points, but you got to think it was the elements.
Yeah.
You got to think it was the elements in here. Episcopal, not discrediting them at all. They're a great ball club.
Right.
Dunham, great ball club. But on this game, field conditions
Yes.
played a factor. Dunham
Right.
gets out of it with an 18-0 victory. They move to
Right.
9-0. And Dunham starting to look like they could be back in the Superdome.
Yeah, they're starting to really flex their muscles now, and I mean, I'd hate to be playing against a 9-0, maybe 10-0 after next week. Oh man, I'd hate to be playing them in the playoffs.
Oof. Dunham's field might have the worst drainage system in the state. It's built like a bowl, and water just consumes itself on it. I've seen some pictures. It was a mud fest.
Yeah.
But good teams find ways to win in the conditions.
Conditions are there.
No matter what conditions, good teams find ways to win. Both
Right.
teams got to play in it.
Yeah, you're right.
Gary, battle for
Yes,
the 6-5A district championship. St. Paul's and Mandeville Skippers. They took one off the chin the week prior, losing their bell cow, phenomenal talent, and Shepherd going
Right.
for the season. But they had some guys. You talked about Welsh earlier, rallying
Right.
behind your senior and playing as a unit. Mandeville, they got to do that the rest of the way. And Gary, they were stunned at home by a walk-off field goal.
Wow.
St. Paul's at the buzzer for the district championship knocks off the Skippers on the road, 30-28. What a game!
I won't lie, I didn't see that coming. I thought Mandeville had the opportunity to do that, but St. Paul's proved that you got to play the game. So congratulations. But man, when you see a walk-off field goal, man, those kids they got to be up here.
My friend Neville West Monroe, a rivalry renewed on Friday nights, but this time in 2024, the rivalry sits at Neville High School. 27-14. How good is Neville? Gary, they're really, really good.
Let me tell you something. Neville they're trying to bring back the Neville of old.
It's here.
And I'm telling you, I won't say trying anymore. I think it's here.
It's here.
It is
And
here.
how big is Week 10?
Oh my God.
9-0 Neville at 9-0 Alexandria.
That is going to be the game. We're
The
gonna have
game
to
of
figure.
games.
We're gonna have to figure out a way to watch that game from where we're at.
Gary, it's easy. You know why it's easy?
Why?
We got two good friends.
That's true.
We got two good friends that cover the teams.
Right.
Mr. Stewart with Neville Tiger Network
That's right.
will have the game live on the Neville Tiger Network on YouTube.
That's right.
Our good friend over there with Alexandria that covers them with 446 Sports. Gary,
That's true. We got some connections over there,
we
man.
got two options to watch that game. We talked about that other one will be in the booth with us. Well, we're going to have to bring multiple iPads.
Yes, most definitely.
Because
Most
this
definitely.
is another one that has to be
Yes.
on for sure. But Neville, as of 2024, they're here.
Yeah. And I'm excited to see him.
Destrehan, Hineville, a rivalry renewed between these two. They said a rivalry isn't a rivalry if it's one-sided.
Correct.
So that is the old wise tale.
Yeah.
But they said it felt like the Destrehan-Hineville football game of old.
Right.
When these two teams would pack out the stadiums. They're tailgating at 1 o'clock in the evening. This one was a standing room only environment, I was told. And it's good to see these teams playing this quality football again late in the season.
Right.
Two teams that not too long ago were playing for state championships.
Right.
So Hineville a few years back with Puka playing for the state title. We saw Destrehan 2 years ago playing for the state title. So, Gary, these two teams have tradition.
Yes.
And it's good to see this rivalry back.
Yeah.
If it's from a fan's perspective, not even on the field wise, because Destrehan now makes it 12 out of the last 13, but good to see this game have some meaning behind it.
Most definitely. And always exciting to see rivals. Rivals just keep fighting to get better and better, and those games will get more exciting as it goes, man. I'm excited for this. Destrehan took this one.
31-24. Destrehan, Gary, they got a key guy back at the quarterback position.
Right.
And Gary, Destrehan might have 3 losses right now, but if they put it together, they might not lose again.
That's what I'm saying. You have a key player that's out for a certain amount of time, and they get him back at this time of the year. Man, they can make a run and just walk to New Orleans.
It's about getting healthy at the right time.
Yes, you're right.
And him at the quarterback position, they have a shot. On
You're
any
right.
game, they'll play the rest of the way.
You're right.
Gary Rummel, Jesuit. I gave Jesuit a shot on on Wednesday night's pick'em shows because of how well they played of late.
Right.
They beat some team. They beat John Curtis. They held Carter, their lowest scoring of the year.
Right.
They beat some teams. Gary, they beat St. Aug. I mean, I gave them a shot Wednesday.
Right.
Gary Rummel failed to say we're 7-1 and we're still around.
Right.
All Rummel had to do was win, and they set up a Week 10 showdown for the ages.
Right. You 100% right.
When we talked about Edna Core has a walk to the dome, now they have to deal with Archbishop Rummel Week 10 for the district title game, and Rummel is coming off of a 42-7 victory over Jesuits on the road. Gary, how impressive is this win?
Rummel is, God, they're clicking right now. They have everything rocking and rolling for them. I can't wait to see,
and it's on a Thursday night?
Yeah, what happens going forward. They're going to be crazy.
Speaking of their counterpart, Thursday night, Edna Core, John Curtis. When have we seen a score this so lopsided between when these two teams have met in the years past? Edna Core is on a mission, and they knock off a John Curtis team that we're not used to seeing right now with a 500 record. 35-14. Edna Core has Mission Dome. Well, Mission District title come Thursday against a really good Rummel team.
Right, that's going to be exciting. I bet that is going to be
That's some spoilers you got Carl Rummel that we talked about. You got Alexandria and Neville. I mean, Gary, that's just a little tease. Yeah, are you getting excited for Wednesday?
Oh, I'm definitely getting excited for Wednesday. You got people that are coming in, and looking at these games that are going to be coming up. But I mean, these games now, like you said, John Curtis, you don't see them normally on the losing end as in that 500. That's not normal for Curtis.
Right.
But you got Edna Core, like you said, they have one goal in mind right now, I think, and that is to get to New Orleans and win that trophy.
Have not been there since 2019.
Correct.
Remember, 2020 was in Natchitoches.
Correct.
So it was their second home for so many years. It won't be easy.
No.
It will not be easy because Division I Select is a gauntlet, It's a grueling bracket, and if you get to New Orleans, you've earned your way there.
It's Division I select and Division I non-select too. The Division Ones is a packed house, both sides.
It's must-see TV.
Correct. You're right on that, buddy.
You know who's must-see TV?
What's that?
Is this offense from Airline.
Oh,
They
yeah.
played Bird on Friday night, and we talked about it on Wednesday. We said that this one you could see Airline's lowest scoring total of the season because Bird would play keep away.
Right.
They have the offense to keep it out of Ben Taylor's hands.
Mm-hmm.
Will teams moving forward adapt this style of play and try to eat the play clock and keep that offense on the other side of the ball off the field as much as possible?
Right.
Gary, Airline was Holly's lock of the week.
Mm-hmm.
Airlines wins 35-21. They move to 9-0. Holly's lock of the week moves to 9-0. And Airline, congratulations, is the 1-5A district champs.
Right. Wow.
35 points.
It's
enough these days.
Well, we always said that all year. 1 point more. You can if you can do that. If you play a shootout and you're 1 point ahead at the end of the game, you win.
You know they're going to win a playoff game.
Oh God, yes.
You know they're going to win a playoff game somewhere in the 60s
yes.
range with another team. So
Yes.
don't count out that. That's coming.
Mm-hmm.
But
How far will that offense take them?
Yeah.
That's the question mark.
a lot of people did not have Airline penciled in as their district champion this year, Gary, but they have answered every question, Mark. A lot of people had Evangel there,
Yeah.
or the Parkway, or Bird, and Airline with Ben Taylor breaking records and trying to be one of those dark horses
Correct.
to make a run to the dome.
Hey, I can't wait to watch them.
Central Baton Rouge, Zachary. This one was also in a rainy type of night.
Yeah.
So a lot of games affected, but Central Baton Rouge, since the loss to Catholic of Baton Rouge, they got back 2 wins here, 14-3 victory. You don't just leave Zachary to 3 points.
Right. That's
So that
hard to
speaks
do.
volumes of what Central Baton Rouge has on that defensive side of the ball.
Right.
But bad weather.
Right. Bad weather had a lot to do with that, I'm sure.
But 14-3 Central Baton Rouge moves to 8-1. Another tough outing
Correct.
for whoever draws them in the playoffs.
Correct.
And Gary, final one for you. St. Thomas More wins the District 4 4A championship over Turlings. We said if there was ever a year Turlings could beat STM, it was this year. They were 8-0 coming into this one. Gary, someone forgot to tell everyone that Coach Hightower is still at STM.
You're right. And let me tell you something. Coach Hightower is one of the best at preparing and getting his team ready for an opponent. So this doesn't surprise me.
Cougar Dome was rocking.
Yeah, I'm sure. It was just unbelievable.
St. Thomas More, another team peaking at the right time. 48-34 victory. What a win from STM. All the talk this week was about Turlings, but Cougars still.
They're still the champs.
Still the district
They're
champs.
still the champs, buddy.
What else we got, Gary? We had some games going on around the state of Louisiana. A start really stuck out to me
Right.
that we did not get a chance to cover on Wednesday. Tara knocked off Bel Air 14-12. East St. John knocked off Carver 22-20. North Shore knocked off Fountain Blue 21-14. East Feliciana on the final play of the game knocks off Baker 6-0.
Wow.
Jonesboro Hodge upsets Glenbrook 30-29. What an upset that was.
That's a big upset there.
West Ouachita knocks off a Peabody team that gave them fits.
Right.
33-27. What a game.
Yeah.
HL Bourgeois knocks off Central Lafuge 23-22.
Wow,
Some
that
great
must have been a
games.
Great game, yeah.
Hammond knocks off Salmon 19-14. Arcadia knocks off Cedar Creek 14-12. Franklinton knocks off Laranja 28-21.
Wow.
Bonnabelle knocks off West Jefferson 13-6. St. Thomas Aquinas knocks off Independence 14-8. Northlake Christian knocks off St. Helena 20-14. Booker T. Washington knocks off Landry Walker 24-22. Thomas and Jefferson knocks off Jefferson Ross 38-28. And North Iberville knocks off East Iberville. And I'm sure this is a rivalry that's going to be brewing. The Battle of the Ibervilles. 32-6. Coach Gas. What a win. They moved to 7-2. And a couple of his players came and dropped off a brand new helmet to the panel here to join the helmet display, Gary. And that was a first for us.
Yeah. We've never had that happen before. They came down, actually talked to us, and presented us with this helmet for our collection.
What a first-class program. Coach Gass is doing a tremendous job in year one, and hey, I'm rooting for them guys moving forward.
I am too. I really am. You've met some of the kids before that came down. Actually, you interviewed them
a year ago.
And they came down and they remembered Jordy, and they, were very, very pleasant to talk to. And all I can say is thank you to everybody for adding this to our collection, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Absolutely, and we also talked to those guys about trying to get down there for postseason football.
Right.
If the Ducks are in order.
Yeah, we might be down here watching them play in a playoff game.
Gary, one of the assistant coaches, just showed us brand new turf field going in.
Oh, God,
next year. So big things are in store in Bear Country. Most
definitely. I tell you what, when he showed me that picture, it made me excited for them. But we're supposed to have that here in Donald Gordon, I think, next year too, if I'm not mistaken. Of Ohio, it's pretty close. Man, I can't wait to see all of these new stadiums coming up, and hopefully we'll be able to get some calling at them.
Yeah. We'll never know what the playoffs have in store, but that would be an honor to go down there and call our very first game.
Yeah.
At a very new program.
Most definitely. Congratulations.
Gary, games of the night this week. You're joining in with me this week. None for you.
No.
You're going with me, and you're agreeing with all of these that I put down.
Yeah, I did. Because I didn't get a chance to do anything with y'all Thursday or Friday, so I'm going to let you pretty much do what you got to do.
Gary, we start with games of the week. It goes to Erath over Kaplan. How could you leave it out?
Yeah, you're right. I like I said, I went and I rewatched it, and all I can say is, wow, great game.
Brother Martin over Warren Easton. That shootout 45-42. What a game that was.
Yeah.
St. Paul's walk-off field goal over undefeated Mandeville on the road. That's a game of the night.
That's a special game right there.
Destrehan with a 7-point victory over Hineville in an electric environment, game of the night. And then Coach Moy picking up win number 50. Gets game of the night with a 4-point victory over Rain.
Right.
Had some upsets this past week, Gary. Madison Prep upset ULab to win the district title. Central Catholic knocked off Jeanerette, upset fashion, spoiled the homecoming.
Correct.
And Buckeye upset Marksville at Marksville.
I didn't see that coming at all. But, hey, that's why you play it.
Yes. What else we got here? UTL statement wins of the week. You ready?
Yes.
Central Catholic over Jeanerette.
Yeah. Central
Catholic sets up a district showdown with Covington Christian. You don't just go into Jeanerette and spoil homecoming, and they did it dominating fashion.
You're right.
I had Madison Prep over ULab as a statement win, but right now it ain't looking too much as a statement with the 0-9 record.
Correct.
St. Thomas More over Turling. St. Thomas More still runs the district.
Right.
They had to remind people.
Correct.
Edna Carr in a blowout over John Curtis Mission Car.
Yes.
And then one more statement for you. Central of Baton Rouge holding Zachary to 3 points, getting a win.
That's a big statement there.
Helmet stickers time, ladies and gentlemen. We go to helmet sticker number 1. Thursday night, Grand Lake got a big win on Under the Lights. Very first trip to Grand Lake. Great hospitality. And they earned helmet sticker number 1.
Correct.
Helmet sticker number 2 goes to the ERAV Bobcats. Gary, first trip to ERAV, and it won't be the last because, good God Almighty, what a game, what an environment, and what great people in ERAV.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I got a chance to watch it, and then some of it was live, and then I went back and watched it again. Man, that was great ball game.
Lock of the week hits. So we give helmet sticker to Airline to make Holly's lock of the week 9-0. And then I want to celebrate a couple of district champions here on the panel. Catholic of Point Capee celebrating the district champion. I give helmet sticker there. And then Opelousas celebrating the district champion. They get the 5th helmet sticker.
Yeah, I agree 100% with all of that, Jordan.
Time to look into the future, my friend.
Yep.
Are you ready to get excited for week 10?
Yes, I really am.
For the 16 that are still with us, let's get you excited for what's in store for week 10. And this is just a few. There's a lot more.
We're going to have a lot more next week.
Captain Shreve at Bird. That will be at Lee Hedges.
Yep.
And expect anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 people there.
Probably, at least.
They share a stadium.
Yeah, they do.
Westminster at St. Ed's, big one Thursday night on Under the Lights.
Yeah.
John Curtis and St. Aug this week.
Records, throw them out. That's just clash of the Titans right there.
Catholic of Baton Rouge at Zachary next week.
That's going to be a good game.
This week.
This coming week.
How about another one for you? District title game. You ready for it?
Yes, let's go.
Oak Grove at Ouachita Christian.
Oh my goodness.
For the title.
That is going to be exciting. You got 2
heavyweights
in there.
And
oh my God.
The 2 heavyweights in a smaller classification.
Right. 2 small heavyweights. Yeah.
There you go. Ascension Episcopal at Lafayette Renaissance. That one has a lot of fun written all over it.
I think that's going to be an exciting ball game myself. Just.
How about Sterlington at Union Parish?
Ooh, wow. Can Sterlington go into the U and win? That's going to be
some fun.
That's going to be something.
More good games coming at you for the district title. Rummel at Edna Carr.
I want some popcorn and I want to go watch it, man. This is going to be unbelievable.
Gary, I got another district title game for you.
What's that?
7-1 Delta Charter at 7-2 St. Fred's.
Oh wow, that's going to be a good one too. Hey.
Got another district title game for you.
Okay.
Covington Christian with their 9-0 record. They go into Central Catholic. District title is on the line.
Man, that is going to be an awesome football game. I'm telling you right now. Covenant Christian. I'll be honest with you. I didn't know about Covenant Christian until earlier this year, and they got my attention.
Yes, sir. How about E.D. White at 1 loss Vanderbilt Catholic this week?
Oh man, E.D. White, look out! They are always a good team. And look out, Vanderbilt Catholic.
1 loss this season.
1 loss this season. That should be a barn burner.
Got another district title game for you.
What, man? We got a bunch.
Haynesville at Glenbrook.
Oh, look out!
And Glenbrook bounced.
Yeah, can they bounce that?
The 9-0 Haynesville team.
Yeah, hey.
Haynesville is trying to go into the playoffs as the #1 ranked team in the state, with a district title in their back pocket.
and they can do it. But hey, look out.
Gary, I got another district title implications type of game.
What's that?
St. Paul's at Covington this week.
Really? Wow.
St. Paul's is 7-2. Covington is 8-1. I believe St. Paul's is already the district champion, but Covington wants a share of it. I think that's what I read. I could be wrong. Covington's 8-1.
You right.
Another district title game. The Quincy at Vinton for the Big Cat Classic and for the district title.
Right.
How about 7-2 Lakeshore at 6-2 Hineville?
Wow.
Good game there.
Yes.
Gary, I got another district title game for you.
Man, we got a whole bunch.
7-2 Amite at 8-1 Jules Sumner for the district title.
That's gonna be exciting, also. Man, you got some fireworks right there, dude.
Gary, what if I told you there's a battle for third place in this district?
Oh, really?
That would sound crazy,
Yeah,
right?
it would be, but hey.
Ruston at West Monroe this week.
Oh man,
You
Ruston and
know
West
that,
Monroe.
You know those programs, man.
Mm.
You know what Ruston's trying to avoid? A 3-game skid.
That's
They
right.
got to go to West Monroe.
Don't underestimate West Monroe.
Ooh.
They are a quality ball club. A lot of tradition there. Ruston is a powerhouse.
Oh man.
Man, that's gonna be an exciting thing.
Parkway at Evangel. Parkway is 8-1. Evangel, Peyton Houston can light up the scoreboard.
Wow. Yes, you're right.
Opelousas Catholic, they're healthy. They got a road trip to 9-0 Catholic Appointees.
That's going to be hard. OC's in the past, OC's been having the edge on Point Coupee, but I mean that's hard to go down there, especially playing the way that they're playing right now.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God! But OC is getting healthy at the right time.
Should be fireworks.
Yeah, look out.
Gary, another district title game.
What?
Jennings at Westlake this week.
My goodness, man, we got a bunch of district titles.
Gary, another district title game.
Oh wow.
South Plaquemines, the number 2.
That's two.
The number 2 ranked team in the state of Louisiana right now.
Wow,
Okay?
that's crazy.
They're going to play the number 2 ranked team in the state of Louisiana for the district title.
Really?
Number 2 Newman in Division 3 select against number 2 South Plaquemines in Division 4 select with the district title on the line.
I still don't understand how that works, but you know what? It is what it is. Congratulations. This is going to be a shootout.
Gary, should I say it?
Go it.
Another district title game.
Yeah, hey, we got a bunch.
Kinder at Avoyos. A little rematch from week 11 last year.
That's
This
going to
time
be
the title was on the line.
that's going to be a really interesting ball club. Because I'm going to tell you, you got and we talked about it. That weird offense, and I can't say it any other way. It's a weird
Unique.
offense to me. Oh, okay, unique. That's a good word. Unique offense. Going against, a very solid ball club in Kinder.
Yes, sir. Gonna be good
Man,
football.
that's going to be something.
Gary,
Another one?
I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe.
maybe. Could be.
Archbishop Shaw at St. Charles.
Wow.
I believe it's for the district title.
Hey, might well be. Can the Comets come back and because Comets, they've been struggling this year, but can they come back and
Reeled off 3
really,
in a row.
can they come back hard and because I think they corrected the ship, but they've been playing quality teams.
Quality.
Yes, so I mean, I think look out, that might be a barn burner right there.
or it could be one-sided.
Yeah, either one.
We'll see. Gary, I'm not going to say it. This is not for the district title.
No, it's not.
Acadiana at Karen Crow.
Wow.
District's locked up.
Yeah. You know, these two teams play each other so well.
Yeah, but this
Year
year
after
feels
year.
like a little bit different.
Yeah. Acadiana is clicking, man. Right now, Acadiana, they have something to prove right now. I
How
think.
much magic can you have at the Crow Dome on Friday night? Acadiana, Karen Crow, always great when these two teams clash. Acadiana seems like they're on another level this year.
I agree. Acadiana is playing some good ball. Like you said, it used to be fear the veer, smash mouth football. Well, now you gotta watch it because they can throw the ball now. So you're going from fear the veer to fear the Rams. Period. You don't know what's gonna happen.
Gary, can I say it?
Yep, go for it.
Another district title game.
Okay.
Iota at
Yep.
Northwest for the district title. What a banger.
That's gonna be a good one. I think somebody's gonna be covering that. What do you think?
We're just grateful for the opportunity.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think we're gonna have an opportunity to watch that game.
Gary, one more time tonight.
That's gonna be the one.
Can I say it?
Say it, brother, because that one means a lot.
For the district title. Another
Yeah.
district championship game. How many was that I counted?
That's a bunch. I don't know how many. You have to count them.
So can you imagine how good Week 10's games will be?
Week 10 is going to be a unique weekend. I'm excited to see all of those games,
And
as
Gary,
well as a few more.
Can I tell you what pick number 60 will be?
Go ahead, yeah.
For the district title, probably both of these teams will go in as the 1 seeds.
Oh, I'm sure. Yes.
Or 1-2.
Yeah.
Mr. Swallow, 9-0 Neville at 9-0 Alexandria for the district title. This is semifinal football right
Oh,
now.
most definitely. Most definitely.
This is semifinal environment.
You have a team, both of them, you know, are clicking right now. You got Neville, that is a well-rounded powerhouse of a football team. They remind me of the Nevilles of old. And you got Alexandria, that's scoring every time they touch the ball. You know, so, I mean, look out, man. You got athletes, you got talent, you got everything. That's going to be an awesome ball game.
The game of games.
Game of games. That's why it's set up at the bottom of the list, so we can get the anticipation up there.
Wow.
Awesome. Yeah, big. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Wow.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, Mr. Swallow, week 9, we can officially close the door.
Yep. It's done.
We can officially close the door.
Get
We
ready.
can get on out of here. Get ready for maybe one of our biggest shows to date with these great games.
Yes. Week 10 is going to be special. It's going to be exciting. And you know what? All I can say is that congratulations to everybody for what they've done this year. But, man, Week 10 is going to be amazing. Can't wait to see it. Can't wait for the pick show because we got a lot of picks. And can't wait to just get Week 10 going. I'm excited all the way around.
Yes, sir. Cracklin Festival weekend for
Yes.
Port Bowery, my friends. So we might get out there. We'll see how bad the weather will be. It is LSU Bama week.
Right.
Week 10 is loaded with matchups. We got 2 great games we're going to cover. Sunday, we will have our bracket release show.
Right. We're gonna be excited for that.
We will have it and have a surprise this coming week. We will not do it from here. We were invited to do it from Lafayette Christian Academy's campus at KVNTV's studio. So we're going to go down there, and what an honor it will be to go and do our bracket release show from their studio. We're going to shoot for a 4 o'clock start, right?
Correct, right.
So we'll shoot for a 4 o'clock start on Sunday. We will have all the guys together. We will talk brackets that were released. We will give our state championship game picks. We will pick our champions. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, always is.
Sunday. One of our favorite shows of the year.
Yes, most definitely.
That one in the semifinal week.
Right.
Not the semifinal, the state championship week where we picked the state champions.
Right. And then what I liked last year is we actually got a chance to broadcast not the games, but we did some recaps on the games, in the dome. We did some things like that. That's the first time we did that last year. We got a chance to do it as well.
Do it again.
We're going to do it again, and we're going to have some fun, and I just cannot wait to see all of this.
Is your room booked for the dome yet?
Not yet, but we're going to get it. Are we going to the same hotel? Or are we going to get a better one?
You come with me?
Probably.
You going to the dome Thursday through Saturday?
Most definitely.
Wouldn't miss it.
Hey, I'm there for all of them, babes.
Would not miss it.
No.
3 great ones on Thursday, 3 great ones on Saturday, and 2 heavyweights.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
3 on Thursday, 3 on Friday, and then 2 heavyweight showdowns on Saturday.
I like it.
I know.
I think it should have been a little different, but I know the reasoning why now. But I like the fact that you got the 2 big dogs
That's the only
back to back.
That's the only thing I like about it.
You got the 2 big dogs back to back. Division 1, look out.
Should have put them at night.
I know. I agree.
Should have put them at 3:30 and 7 on the Saturday.
I agree. But like I said, there were reasons and all that stuff.
But that's just one's opinion.
Yeah, and I got to agree with you. But man, I'm still excited to see them both.
So we are week 10. First round, Gary, I will be making some phone calls on Sunday.
Correct.
So expect somebody in the state of Louisiana as a head football coach to receive a phone call from myself. Because we're going to discuss it. Brackets will come out, and I will say, Gary, here's my 27 games to pick from.
Let's do it. We're going to figure it out.
I'm playing. Here's my 3. Here's my 3 go-to games. Where do you want to go? And you're going to say, you choose.
That's exactly what I'm going to say. That's exactly what I'm going to say.
That's what you're going to say. You choose, and let me know.
The key is, I don't care as long as it's a good game, it's exciting, and I'm going to tell you, and it's the first step towards the dome.
Road to the Dome is active.
Yep.
Gary, what else we have that we needed to give information-wise? Anything else that sticks out?
I think we covered pretty much everything.
Okay, so we got our Thursday, Friday game. Wednesday we'll be here for picks. Doing the bracket release on Sunday. Round 1 picks will be the following week.
Correct.
Same times. And we're going to try like hell to get a Thursday first round matchup.
Right.
If there's any out there.
If there's any out there. The key is whenever it's playoff time, the first week might have a Thursday game.
Might have a Saturday.
Might have a Saturday game. But after that, it's pretty much, they're usually all on Fridays. But, we'll see. If they're available, we're going to look for them.
Yeah. I'm going to be a busy man Sunday.
Yeah.
I'm going to be making phone calls. I'm going to be prepping for the show.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got to go do the show. And then I got to go back and make some more phone calls after the show.
Yeah, because then we're going to find out who's where. It's crazy. Hey, that means you're going to be a busy person the next couple weeks.
And then think about this. I leave for a cruise the Friday of Thanksgiving week. So we do Thanksgiving football on the Friday in the quarterfinals. I leave for a cruise on the Saturday. I don't come back until the Thursday.
Man.
So that Thursday night we're gonna have to do the pick show.
We're gonna do the pick show on the Thursday that week
of the semifinal week.
Yeah.
So semifinal week will be on the Thursday.
Yeah. Don't worry, we're gonna make this happen because we always do.
Yes. Gary, final words as we get on out of here.
Hey, congratulations to everybody playing for a district championship. Congratulations to everybody that is not playing for district championship, that is just playing for positioning. And for those of you who are just playing your last game, congratulations on a great year. No matter what, seniors, play your last game like it was like it's.
Leave your heart on the field.
Just leave your heart on the field. Just leave it everything out there. Have fun, enjoy it. If you're, getting ready for playoffs, do your best. Have fun, enjoy it. But remember, the goal is the dome. Work towards it.
I do want to send prayers out to. I saw one of the Sacred Heart players out for the season with an injury this past week, so could not finish his senior year, his career. So I do want to send prayers, and our thoughts are with him. A lot of guys that are seniors this year did not get to finish it off the way they wanted to.
Right.
So Gary, Week 10 is here. Close the door and don't look back.
That's right.
Let's finish this sucker off strong. Can't wait for Thursday, can't wait for Friday, and can't wait for Wednesday. Gonna be a lot of fun. Week 10 is gonna be a banger. And then Sunday.
I'm excited, man.
Sunday. Hey, God bless my friend Gary Swallow. God bless each and every one of you. God bless high school football and forever UTL. See this guy if you want some Taekwondo martial arts training for the young ones.
Yeah, we'll get you hooked up.